Good morning, folks. It's March 21, 2020. I'm with my good friend, Charlie Bunting, three-time national crappie champion. We're on Truman Lake. It's 9:54 in the morning. We're going to go out today and just try to catch some crappie, have some fun. We're not tournament fishing. We're not preparing for a tournament. We just want to go out and have a good time. We're going to do some spider rigging, try to catch some fish that way. Charlie is a master spider rigger, and I hope to learn a lot today, and I hope you do as well. Charlie's partner, Travis, his son, owner of Muddy Water Baits, they've won a ton of tournaments, and like I said, he and Travis, if you can't learn how to spider rig from these guys, you're not going to learn how to do it. But Charlie, how many tournaments, major tournaments, have you and Travis won?
Somewhere over 30.
Over 30 tournaments, my gosh. Okay, we're going to be using our B&M Pro Staff trolling poles today, 16 feet, B&M reels, and we'll show you the various setups that we use through the day. I hope we can catch some fish. But like I say, it's 9:55 in the morning. The water temperature is 49.7 degrees. So let's power pole up and go fishing. All right, we're going back toward the back of a creek here. We're side scanning. We've got some fish, it looks like, on the screen. Charlie, talk to us a little bit about what we're seeing here. Is this what we want to look for?
Well, we're seeing timber, and we're seeing the fish here in the shallow in the water chamber, which is good for us to be trolling. They look like they're starting to disappear a little bit. I don't know whether those fish are going to be further out to the front or not. We'll have to look at it and see. But we're actually seeing the fish in the water chamber out, and there's a little bit of timber. Ooh, there's a good one right there. See that fish right there on the top of that timber? Yeah. That's what we're looking for.
All right. Yeah, we're headed back to the back of a creek. The main lake's back here behind us, or main creek arm. So we're headed back, and we're looking at this live scope as we go, or this side imaging, I'm sorry. These are Humminbird Solix 12 units. I've got two of these on the dash. I use my map on one side scan on the other, and we're just kind of looking for some fish. We haven't been out here doing this, so we're just hunting and hoping we can find something. What do you think, Charlie? You want to keep on going in?
Yeah, let's keep on. Let's go look at, see here. Let's go back here and see this coming up and see we're coming around this point.
Right.
We're in 23, 24 foot of water back here. So the way you've got this highlighted, where the green is,
right.
So I'd say let's go back to that point right in there and see what kind of timber and what we got standing back there.
Okay.
And then we'll work our way back up through there in
Okay. We'll go take a look. The wind's at our back. It's blowing the direction we're traveling. So we'll get set up and we'll get back to you. Okay, we're all set up here. I've got one camera on the live scope. We're going to try to show you the live scope at the same time we're fishing out here. We're just fishing 3 rods each today. I've got a camera on one of my rod holders, so we're just, like I say, we're going to go out and just try to catch some fish. Charlie's going to give us a lesson. We're going to look at the live scope, and as we get on these fish and we see them on the live scope, Charlie's going to try to ease up to them, and we may either let out more line or take up line, or we may pick the rod up and bring the baits up to the fish. So let's go fishing. All right. Oh, where is he? There he is. There he is. That's a decent fish. Oh, but you got it. Hit myself in the face with it.
There you go. Number 1 fish. You bit on it in a minute.
Just throw him in there. Then I show him to the camera. That's all right.
I'll put on the counter here.
Yeah. All right, this is on one of Charlie's rigs. We'll go over this. Charlie ties these rigs himself, a little different than the rigs I tie, which I've shown you a video on. He came on the top hook on a bare minnow. We've got a muddy water jig head and a muddy water blue milk bait on the bottom. We're going to see if they want regular minnows today or plastics. And as we go through the day, if they prefer one over the other, we'll switch out. Oh, that's a good fish. Muddy water. Yeah, that's a nice fish. It's on that glow. Is that what you call it? Black and glow with a blue muddy water head. And you didn't tip that with a minnow?
No. All right. And you got a bite on 2.
Nice fish. Real nice eater. Good job, Charlie. Got it?
Okay.
Oh, got your glove.
Smash.
Another nice fish.
Spot bucket.
Yep. Quagmire, boy, he ate it. It's all the way down his throat, I mean. There it is. My fingers are too short. Another nice fish.
You get him?
Yeah. It's on your side.
There I am. There he is.
Yeah. Got it right in his nose. There he comes. Come on, fish. I mean, that bait is right on that fish.
He tipped it.
Oh, there he comes up after. Got him? Oh, he was on there. There he goes. He swam off.
Yep, he was. And he hit the jig too. Got one right on.
Yeah, there's fish all over that number 1. Give it a little twitch. Got it. Oh, that's a good fish. That's a crappie. Not that good. He felt better than he is.
Look what he could be.
Yep. I'm telling you, folks, that muddy water, blue milk. Now that's on a pink head. He wanted it. That's an open water fish. Decent little fish. Well, he nailed that muddy water bait.
Yeah, I did.
They've been kind of mouthing it. He was committed. So, Charlie, when you're fishing a jig and a bare hook, minnow hook, you typically will not put a minnow on the jig down below?
Well, a lot of times I do tip minnows, but I've seen the last 2 days of fishing, I haven't had a minnow in a boat.
You've been catching them all on plastic.
Straight plastic. So, and what I'm seeing so far this morning, we might need to be exchanging everything out to plastic. All of them have plastic on it. A big key that's cold I have been doing is keep your hands on your poles.
Right.
You feel so many of those bites that you'll never see.
Oh, there's good fish there. That's on mine.
He's
right in front of him. He's on my number 2.
This could be a double if they bite. You got one on chasing the top one chasing the bottom one.
Yeah. Oh, the bottom one had a hold of it. He went over and got that one. Which one is it?
You got all 3 of them.
Yeah.
When he took off, he took off.
All right, another good little keeper.
Just
There's a better fish.
There's what we're looking for.
There's a better fish. On the old straight minnow. Nice fish there.
Look
Good
how
keeper.
deep that fish is. He's almost.
Yeah, look, he's got a deformed tail. His tail's been broke.
You know, there's a lot of them like that. I think it's
In their gene pool,
yeah.
they're inbreeding.
I caught a couple last week.
He looked like me. He's short, fat.
Good fish.
Oh, there you go.
I'll keep reeling over.
Yeah, I'm sitting here messing with my little camera.
You got another one on two, on one, three.
Oh, I'll throw my camera in the lake. There we go.
That's what they were, those black.
Yeah. All right, another nice little keeper. That'll go in the pot. Oh, there you go. You bite the jig? Yep. It's that bluegrass, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh man, that's a good fish.
Well, they're both pretty close to him.
There he is, got him. He came right up and got it. You can see that.
Yeah.
And you know, I never felt that fish, but you could see him with it on the live scope.
Yeah, he come up with it. He come down and he straight up.
Yeah. That fresh minnow too. That fish was up high when he hit that bait.
Yeah. Yeah, one coming up.
Which one's he on? 2?
Yep. Real close. Where'd he go? There he is. 10 foot out.
That's your. Is that yours or mine?
That's yours.
Mine. Oh man, there's a good one there. The head of it, about 2-3 feet, 4. Don't go away. He's running away from us now, isn't he? Oh, you got one down there. He's gonna come get it. There he comes. There he comes. Just like he should. Oh yeah.
Muddy water.
Old black and glow. Blue head, that's a what, a 1/4 ounce muddy water head you got on that?
Yeah.
And a black and glow plastic. He took that over the live minnow. Sometimes they want the plastic, sometimes they want the minnow. Small fish. 9 inches. Together. Charlie, tell me about these. Here, let me get my camera out here. Tell me about these rods we're fishing here.
We're using the Pro Staff trolling rod.
Let me see if I can get it.
16 foot. And what I've done is I was down talking to a good buddy of mine down in Mississippi, and he was telling me how they started taking the Caps and Coleman tips and putting them on the trolling rod. And what that's doing is giving you the stiffness of the trolling rod coming out. And then the Captain Coleman is halfway in between the BGJP and the trolling rod.
Okay.
So by putting a Captain Coleman tip on it, now you got the sensitivity of a tip of a lighter pole, but you got the backbone of the heavier pole. So you're able to set the hook better, and on the bigger fish, you can get a better hook set.
So the regular BGJP is the lightest, most sensitive, I'd say, of the whole lineup. Would you agree with that?
Yes, as far
and they're a great rod for like up to about a 1/2 ounce weight.
About a 3/4.
3/4. And then the Captain Coleman series, signature series rods is a little stiffer than the BGJPs.
Yes.
And they've got the bell handle on the end that makes them easily adjustable in the rod holders, right?
Correct, yes.
And so then the next step up from that are these rods we have, these Pro Staff trolling rods.
Yes.
And so but the Captain Coleman tips are interchangeable with the trolling rods.
Correct.
So you can take a little more flexible tip from the Captain Coleman and put it on the trolling rod, and you've got a combination then, a good stiff backbone like you say, but a real sensitive and lighter weight tip.
Correct.
So if you had a set of tips, Captain Coleman tips, and a set of the trolling rods, you essentially have 2 full sets of rods. I mean, you can intermingle. If you want to, say you want to run a 1 ounce or 1.5 ounce weight, the Pro Staff trolling rod's perfect for that.
Yeah, you can run up to a 2 ounce weight with them pretty easy. And so what I've been doing now, because when I leave town to go to the tournaments, I might be gone for a month.
Right.
So instead of now carrying 24 poles, now I'm carrying 12 poles and an extra 12 tips.
I see. All right. Well, that's good to know.
Go get that one over on your side.
Yeah.
He's 12 foot out. He ought to get real close to something.
My 3rd one, I think. Yeah. Oh, come on. Come on.
He's still chasing.
I got below him, didn't I?
He's on it.
No.
I think he was. There he was. There he is, right there.
Yeah, let's let the wind blow us back a little bit. Come on. Raise it up a little bit. See if I can trigger him to bite. He's following it. Come on, fish.
I got it running so fast that
Boy, how can they look at it like that and just not eat it? There's good fish down here, too.
we're getting a pretty good school of fish there.
He's over on your side. Yeah, down just a little bit. Oh, we got one bite me on the back door here. Oh, that's a good fish there. Oh, yeah, look at there.
That's what we're looking for.
See, you don't have to see them all on the live scope. Sometimes they'll sneak up on you.
That's your so.
Yep. That's a dandy right there, folks. Now, we're keeping fish to fry, but I don't keep fish like that.
No, we need to release that fish.
Yeah.
That's too nice a fish.
We'll put that back, catch another day.
That's a good fish.
Yeah.
There's another one.
He's on your side, yeah. Get your way under him. Come on.
There you go. I spooked him. I didn't. He's over on yours now.
Got him. Oh, that's another dandy.
That's better than the first one.
Don't mess with the net.
Yeah.
Take the rod.
I'll catch that big fish.
You catch it, Charlie. Oh, I need to extend my net. He's not that big, but he's a dandy.
Over here.
They're starting to bite now. Oh, yeah. Now we're in them.
fish. There's what we're looking at.
Boy, that's a nice one. That's a good fish there too. Yep. We're going to release that one. We're going to keep this one. Or you think we'll let that one go too?
Yeah, that's about a pound and a quarter. We'll keep him.
That's a dandy right there. You want to weigh him?
This way. That's a pound and a quarter.
Let's see what I did on my scale.
There's another one. There's an eater.
That's an eater. All right, we got the scale out here. Let's see what that fish Charlie's weighs. Oh, that's a dandy. Look at there.
180.
180 on the button. You'd take those in the tournament on this lake any day. Good fish, Charlie. That's a nice one.
That's the kind of stuff we need down there.
Yeah.
But the wife wanted to have a fish fry. Now we can't have a fish fry. We keep throwing them fish back.
Yeah, well, we're not going to keep them big fish. I just can't put a knife on them.
No, sir. I agree with you 100%. That was joke. We'll go to buy some fish sticks if we need.
That's right.
I think we're going to have plenty for dinner.
Yeah, we've got to starting to put a little group together in there. Been a little tough, but I don't know if we're starting to turn on or we're just getting in them now.
I seen quite a few on the shelf there. Man, we had 3 fish on there right together. And none of them with the scope. All of them was trolls.
Yeah. Sometimes I think
they talk about poles more.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's talk about the reels. What are these reels we're using here? These are B&Ms.
These are B&M 100 reels, Pro Staff reels.
Everybody wants the details. What kind of line do you like to use?
I use Vicious high-vis line. I'm running 12-pound line for my leader, and then I'm running 8-pound on my.
You mean 12-pound on your main?
Yeah.
Your main line on your reel, and then your rigs you make up
are 8-pound.
And it's clear.
Yes, and that's just because that's what I picked up. It don't make any difference. I don't.
You don't think it matters if they're high-vis or clear?
No.
And you use Vicious for your leader too?
Yes. We were on Vicious Pro Staff a long time ago, and they went through a little hard time until they cut all the Pro Staff. But I liked the line so much that I never changed.
Yeah.
I stayed with it. It's we could have went to another company and Pro Staff for, but we're pretty loyal to who is loyal to us, and let's say it's a good line and we like it, so we stay with it.
Well, when you're tournament fishing at your level, I mean, let's face it, you got some good sponsors and you use their products because they work. But you're going to use what works or you can't compete, like your Vicious line. You may not be sponsored by them now, but you know it works, it's tested, and you use it. And you're using B&M poles and reels because they last and they're the best rods out there for doing what you do.
Are poles that I got in 05.
You've had them a long time.
Yes.
And let me tell you something, folks. Nobody spends more time on the water than this guy. So if these poles last you for that long, they'll last a lifetime.
They come out with these poles in 05, and Jack sold them at the Crappie USA National Championship.
Really?
And I bought some of them, and we won that tournament, and I single poled with one of these poles out the side in the stump field, and Travis trolled with 3 poles in the front, because in Indiana you got a 3-pole limit. So he had his 3 out front, and I stood on the side and held a pole, but then yet at that time when we trolled, he did all the trolling on the front. We only had one seat set up. And I did all the weighing the fish and taking care of the fish and baiting the poles and all that stuff. So whenever I wasn't doing the work on the boat, I would be fishing out the side with
One
these
pole.
poles.
And you all won that tournament?
Yes, that was our first national champion.
Oh, dang. And that was where?
In Patoka, Indiana.
Indiana, yeah. So, Charlie, when you bring them in and you're putting a fresh bait on one, do you bait them both?
Yeah. We go through a lot of bait when we're trolling. And the reason that is we think that live bait just gives that fish more. They seem to attack it more.
Yeah. So if you're going to the trouble, you got your rig in, you're baiting one, bait them both.
Bait them both. And we're a firm believer of fresh bait. Sometimes we'll go through 4 pounds of bait during a tournament.
Wow.
And that's because we're changing all the time.
Right.
When you got 16 hooks going, it don't seem like it, but you can go through a lot of bait.
And so to give that some perspective, tournament guys talk about minnows in terms of pounds. Most people go in and they buy them by the dozen. A medium-sized minnow, a pound of minnows would generally be about, what, 10 dozen minnows,
yeah.
something like that?
That last good fish you caught, did you see where he looked at it and he just kind of went away from it, and he went probably 4 foot away from that bait, and then he turned and come back and got it.
Come back and get it. And you see that a lot on the live scope. The fish will come up and nose a bait, and you think, oh, he's going to get it, and then he moves away, and then all of a sudden he turns back and he attacks. That's way out on your... Oh, that's good fish out there. You just kind of... Yeah, bring it on. Oh, you're on him. No, he's coming after it. Got him. Yeah. Oh, he was there. He was there.
I felt him hit it. I drug him a few feet.
Yeah. Let me take this camera and show this map down here, and you can explain to them what you were talking about on that.
You need to get a spot off of it.
Okay. Channel ledge.
Okay, you see this edge right here, where you got the green at 20 foot down?
Right.
That's when we come across it on this side. We caught fish. You can see right here where we caught them here, and you can see where we caught them here.
Right.
Let's do this right here.
What are you looking for? A full chart? Yeah.
Okay, you can see where we come here. See where we zigzag back and forth right here?
Right.
And caught fish. See where we zigzagged right here and caught fish?
Right.
And you can see right here where we zigzagged and caught fish. So those fish are here, here, and here. They're right on that 20-foot break. It's suspended.
Okay. And that's where we were catching the better fish.
Yes, the better fish come right out here, right where we're headed.
Yep. Oh man, that's a good one down below you.
That's one I'm trying. Intense and bite. There he turned.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming. Oh, he got it. Oh, he was there.
I never did feel him hit it.
I was watching your rod. You could see the rod tip come down. Yeah, he pulled on it a little bit.
I never did feel him. That was a good fish.
Yeah. That graph we were just looking at, Solix 12. I've got 3 of them on this boat. This is my new Bass Cat. Just got it. And I love that graph. I know you've been running it for a long time.
Yes, I like it. We've been running it, well, ever since it come out. And I love the touchscreen, and the clarity of it is just, you know.
And of course, I got a Lake Master map card in there. That's where you see all that good shading on that map.
Right, and you can set that to whatever depth you want. Where you want your shallow water, where you got your red, and then you've got your white, and then you got your green. So you can look at a map and see all your levels exactly where it's at. I mean, did you set it up where you wanted it this way, or that's just
I did, yes. I've had that map card for some time. You know, I've been running Helix, Humminbird Helix. I've got Helix on my other boat, and I love those. But this Solix with the touchscreen is, I really like that. He's further up. There's fish. Grab him, keep us from getting all tangled up.
Hold still, buddy.
There we go. Thank you. I know, that's my favorite bait too. I mean, I've caught so many fish on that. Okay, folks, it's about 1:30. We've been out here for a few hours. We've caught some fish. I think Charlie's taught us all a few lessons about spider rigging. I've had a good time. We're actually going to go to the house, get a little lunch, take all this spider rigging stuff out, get our one poles, go out and see if we can catch some more fish this afternoon, single poling. But it's been an enjoyable morning for this time of the year, to have light winds and the sun to be out. Can't ask for much better than that.
No, it started out at 27 degrees this morning.
Yeah,
it
was
the
cold.
coldest day that we've had for a while, and now it's probably, I'd say, close to 50.
Yeah. So hopefully I can get this thing edited and put some stuff together. I hope you can see the live scope and what we're talking about. We'll see what happens when I get home. Remember, I'm an amateur, both fishing and videographer. But at any rate, that's it. Thanks for being with us. If you enjoyed the show, I hope you'll hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell, and you'll be notified of future videos. Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you.
See you, folks.